Welcome back to Google Class. How are you, all of you? Okay, I'm James here. Today I am going to discuss Transfer of Property Act 1882. Okay, under section 81 and 82. 81 is marshalling securities. 82 contribution to mortgage debt. Okay, so first we'll discuss marshalling securities, section 81. Marshalling, MARSHALLING, marshalling securities, section 81. Okay, what is meaning of marshal? The meaning of marshal: to arrange or to rank in order. To rank, rank, rank in order wise. Okay, first rank, second rank, third rank. Okay, based on this, so this is marshal. Here marshalling defined as where there are two creditors of the same debtor. Okay, and one creditor has the right to resort only to one fund. The court will order the first creditor to be paid out of the fund against the which the second creditor has no claim, so far as that fund will extend so as to leave as much as possible of the second fund for payment of the second creditor. If the first creditor has already paid himself out of the second fund, the court will allow the second creditor to stand in his shoes and resort to the first fund to the extent to which the second fund has been exhausted by the first creditor. Okay, here section 81 explains provision about marshalling of securities, and as per the Transfer of Property Act 81 explain marshalling securities. That means if the owner of two or more properties mortgages them to one person and then mortgages one or more of the properties to another person, the subsequent mortgagee is, in the absence of contract to the contrary, entitled to have the prior mortgage debt satisfied out of the property or properties not mortgaged to him, so far as the same will extend, but not so has prejudiced the rights of the prior mortgagee or of any other person who has for consideration acquired an interest in any of the properties. Okay, in this section 81 the main principle is available. What are the principle? The principle underlying of the doctrine of marshalling is that a creditor who has the means of satisfying his debt out of several funds shall not, by exercise of his right, prejudice another creditor whose security comprises of any one of the funds. Okay, this is the principle of section 81 of TP Act. Okay, here I will give you an example. If two properties X and Y, X is one property, Y is another property, so these two properties are mortgaged to A person. Okay, mortgage to A person. Here A is a mortgagee. Okay, so and afterwards X is a property is mortgaged to B is a another person, second person. Okay, X is mortgaged to B. Here B is entitled to have the securities marshaled so as to through A's mortgage in the first instance on Y. Okay. The objective of section 81 of TP Act to protect the subsequent mortgagee from the risk of the properties mortgaged to him being sold to satisfy the dues of the prior mortgagee who has the additional security of some other properties also. If a conflict arises between marshalling and contribution, marshalling for rails, F-O-R-E, for rails, R-A-I-L-S, for rails. Here, marshalling is given more importance than contribution. Okay, and marshalling giving some more conditions. Okay, so marshalling is a rule of equity. Okay, rule of equity. Equity means from English law. Therefore, it will not be enforced so as to work injustice to the prior creditor. The prior mortgagee cannot be compelled to proceed against a security which may be insufficient or doubtful or which may involve him in litigation. This is condition number 1. Condition number 2, there must be a common debtor, both mortgages by the same owner. Note down, same owner. If same owner only is applicable for the mortgagee. Okay, marshalling. Third one, marshalling applies only when there are different debts realizable out of the several properties of that one common debtor. Okay, one common debtor. Number 4, no prejudice shall cause to first mortgagee. Number 5, no prejudice shall cause to other encumbrances. Okay, these are all 5 conditions is available. Then it is easy to claim marshalling. Okay, we'll discuss with examples. Example, here M is a person, M. Okay, M add 2 properties. Okay, sorry, I am a M person. Okay, so I am a M person. M add, I am having 2 properties, X properties and Y properties. Okay, I mortgaged both of them. Okay, here M mortgaged both of them. First, he sold X to A free from mortgage. Okay, and then he sold Y property to B subject to the mortgage. Fine. First, I sold X property to A person free from mortgage. Okay, and then I sold Y property to B person. Okay, example, subject to the mortgage, B subject to the mortgage. Now M left the price of Y instead of M, myself. Okay, myself left the price of Y with B to discharge the mortgage. Okay, but B failed to pay off the mortgage. Decide. This is question form. Okay, how will frame the issues in this above case? The main issues, the question arose whether B would be entitled to marshal and to require the mortgage to be realized out of Y? This is question. Okay. So this example are identical with a leading case, Kamata Singh versus Chaturbhuj Singh. Kamata, Kamata, Kamata Singh, Singh, Singh versus Chaturbhuj, Chatur, Chaturbhuj, Bhuj. Kamata Singh versus Chaturbhuj Singh. Okay, in that case, Privy Council held that, here Privy Council is Supreme Court, okay, held that B was not entitled to contribution, but that A was entitled to marshal against B. The Privy Council, the principle applied. Here the Privy Council held that it is obvious that a purchaser of an equity of redemption cannot claim the right to marshal because he has purchased subject to the mortgage. Okay, subject to the mortgage. Okay, another example. This example is related to leading case. Okay, the debtor had two properties, X and Y. X property, Y property, two properties. Okay, X property was freehold, FREE, free, HOLD, freehold. Y property was copyhold, COPY, copy, HOLD, copyhold. Okay, he mortgaged both of them to a person. Okay, he mortgaged both of them to A, both property. Subsequently, he mortgaged X property, X is a freehold property, to B. If A sues the debtor on both the properties, B would suffer. This is question. Okay, this example is identical with Aldrich versus Cooper, ALDRICH, Aldrich versus Cooper, COOPER, Aldrich versus Cooper. In that case, the House of Lords gave judgment in favor of B. Okay, and held that B's interest should not be imperiled. Okay, here the above case, Lord Chancellor Heldon was applied principle. What he propounded, rules as follows. The main rule is, if a creditor has two funds, the interest of the debtor shall not be regarded, but the creditor having two funds shall take to that which paying him will have another fund for another creditor. And another point, the underlying principle is that it shall not depend upon the will of one creditor to disappoint another. This is the main principle was applied the above example. Okay, and another one example, A had property X, B had property Y. B is a person. Okay, A person, B person. Here A had property X, B had property Y. Okay, A and B, both person, A and B is a person. A and B mortgaged properties X and Y respectively. to C. Here C is a mortgagee. Who is a mortgager? A and B. Okay. Here noticeable thing was that A and B had separate interest in the properties X and Y. Separate interest. This is the main reason. Thereafter, B alone mortgaged his interest in Y. Y is a property to D. Note that. Thereafter, B alone mortgaged his interest in Y to D. D is another person. Some years passed. D demanded for the marshalling of the properties in X and Y. X and Y properties. Okay. Marshalling. So, this is the example. This example are identical with Vengaya versus Venkataramaya. Vengaya. Venkayya. Vengaya versus Venkataramaya. 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 Vengaya versus Venkataramaya. Okay. In that case, the Madras High Court gave judgment that D had no right of marshalling, for there was no common debtor. Okay. Here, what principle applied here? Marshalling applies only when there are different debts realizable out of the several properties of that one common debtor. Therefore, according to Section 81 of the Transfer of Property Act, the mortgages shall be owned by the same debtor or same owner. Okay. Now it's clear this example. And another one, I will give you last example in the Section 81. Then it is easy to understand. So this is the main thing. I am dictating this type of example. When we are going to write examination, it is easy to understand. Okay. Ramasamy Chetty versus Madura Mills. So this is also leading case. I will give you example. This case also similar that Vengaya versus Venkataramaya. This Ramasamy Chetty versus Madura Mills. Okay. This case also resembling Vengaya versus Venkataramaya. We earlier discussed no. So in Ramasamy Chetty case, the Karta of a Hindu undivided joint family mortgaged the family property X for the necessities of joint family to the mortgagee A. Mortgagee. Okay, A. Later, he mortgaged his own share in the family property X for his personal necessities in a capacity of co-partner to the mortgagee B. B sought for marshalling of the properties. This is the questionnaire of the above case. The Madras High Court gave judgment that B had no right of marshalling as the debtor's interest and capacity were different in the properties mortgaged. Okay, that's all marshalling case laws. Okay. We'll discuss next section, next video. Okay, we'll meet again. Bye.